So you want to shoot fast, huh? I'm finally waking up today. A lot of people ask me, well, how do I get to the next level? Well, you get to the next level by being the first one on the range and the last one to leave.
I cannot wait. We're doing something in the studio here, but we're going to take these guys out to a range. That was Jerry Michalik. He is the world's fastest revolver shooter. He's here with his wife, Kay. She is the #1 female shooting instructor and competitor in the country. And their 17-year-old daughter, Lena, is the ladies' world action shotgun champion. This is a house you don't want to break into. They are the most famous gun family in America. It is an honor to have you guys here. Now, what I want to do is, because we're in the studio so we can't actually fire any rounds, we just want to show that David and I were talking about that this arbitrary number of 7 shots is ridiculous. It's just that. It's arbitrary number.
Here's a semi-automatic. That's what they're all scared of. You carry this into a school, you go into a whole bunch of these, and man, you could... Jerry can take a revolver, which they're not trying to regulate. He can take that revolver, he can shoot it, he can reload it, he can shoot it again faster than I can go through a semi-automatic.
Can anybody do this, Jerry, with enough practice? I mean, could generally not do what you do, but be fast.
With a little coaching, yes. There's many competitions where you see enthusiasts like us who do this regularly. This is what we do. So.
All right. So go ahead. Where do we start? Who are we going to see first?
I think Lena's going to lead off with her shotgun.
Yeah. So I'm just going to start off by showing you, I'm a 3-gun competitive shooter and also the shotgun world champion right now. The bad thing about a shotgun is it's always empty. So you have to be able to load it fast. So there's different techniques. There's strong hand. There's weak hand.
That is 8 shots she just put in.
That's 8 shells that I just put in my gun. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's embarrassing because I'm like, ow, ow, every time I'm loading.
And then we have a new style of loading. So you're on target, flip it over, grab 2 at a time.
Say 2 at a time.
You're
That's
back up
8.
on target. So that was 8 shells I just loaded.
That's 8.
Holy cow.
So just to show you with practice, anything is possible. It doesn't really matter if they're not banning my gun. So I can load 8 shells.
Yet.
I can load, this gun for me holds 11 rounds. So I can load that probably in around 7 seconds. I can get it fully loaded.
Okay. All right. So
you made that look pretty good.
You did. And I have to tell you, I mean, I always feel like a girl, but I feel like the biggest girl right now. Because when I load guns, the worst part of a semi-automatic is loading them.
Yes.
And it's like, every time I'm like,
that part right there is the toughest. Even with speed loader, it's still, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see what you can do.
What I'm going to show you, Glenn, is some revolvers, and this is what I shoot in competition. This is actually an 8-shot. 38 Special 357 Magnum revolver. So some of the competitions we go to, I would use equipment similar to this. It's pretty regulated for me what equipment I use by what power factor is imposed on the shooter or the competitor at the time. So in some of the speed matches, I'll shoot just the 8-shot revolver. I've got my timer here set on 1.5 seconds par. So when you hear the timer take off, the timer starts running and it's going to beep again in about 1.5 seconds. So
you have to. What are you going to do?
I'm just going to draw.
Draw?
Yeah, play around a little bit. So
all right, go ahead.
Let's see what we can do in 1.5 seconds. So that was 6 rounds.
Holy
with
cow.
reaction time.
And that's a second and a half. And
that's not bad.
That beats this, brother.
Yeah,
that beats that.
So let's go ahead and do an actual reload attempt here. Let's put it on about 4.5 seconds.
So you're going to draw.
Yeah.
You'll shoot 4. Yeah. You'll shoot
6
rounds.
Right.
And then reload.
And do a reload. So one of the things that's interesting about this package is that the revolver uses a moon clip.
Okay.
So the whole clip goes in the gun.
All right.
And this is actually a holdover from 1917 when they couldn't manufacture the 1911 semi-automatic pistols fast enough for the First War.
Yeah.
So Smith & Wesson and Colt both came in and manufactured revolvers. So,
all right.
So nothing new, 1917.
Okay.
So as an enthusiast, we kind of take it to the next level. We're going to put 6 dummies and 6 on the belt here. Let's go ahead and take it.
4 seconds.
Yeah, 4.5.
4.5.
It's cold in here. Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh. Let me try that one more time.
It is about 63
I'm looking at my
degrees.
cameraman here. Let's try one more time.
Oh my gosh.
See?
It's pretty
And
distracting.
when you're in competition, do you go through enough all the way around your belt? How many of those can you do? You can just keep going.
I think this holds 10.
And
60
your
rounds.
accuracy is obviously
Well,
off the charts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So anyway,
We have got we have to break, but I have to have you back, and we're going to go to a range, and I'm going to bring a bunch of New Yorkers that have never been
Yeah.
around guns,
Perfect.
and let's have some fun.
Perfect.
Let's get them to in an hour. They're not afraid of them anymore.
Yeah.
Back in just a minute.